cab tilt, you gotta have to line up the Deutsch connector there, and then when you twist this collar, it'll pull itself into engagement, and then again, yeah, when the cab, so to tilt the cab, the ignition has to be on.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What's
Ignition off. Master on. And then we always just, kind of the obvious thing is make sure you don't have anything that's going to come through the windshield or whatever. So you're going to hear some locks release, and then it'll start tilting. And I'll just stop now and kind of explain what's going to happen. Is it'll raise up to a certain amount, and then there's a yellow fabricated steel brace that'll slide down over the ram, and that's like a safety lock. And then there's a cable that you can pull to release that when you want to lower it. And then when you lower it all the way, it'll come down, and it'll be the motor will shut off, but you'll still hear kind of the lock, the claws for the locks coming into place to lock it down, and then the light will go down or go off once that's
okay, so the red light,
yeah, it'll go off when it's locked in place. You can kind of hear that squeal a little bit. Yeah, so now it's good to go.
Just keep holding down until the
light's off. Correct.
Okay.
It's a new truck, so it's well lubed. I mean, if it were a few years old, you'll hear more kind of that metal on metal sound, and but it is kind of like a.
Well, let's take it all the way up, and we can see if there's anything underneath that you want to show.
And then I usually lower it down so it rests on it, right? So it's loaded on that, not the hydraulics. You'll have to raise it a bit again to get it to release because it's going to be jammed in place. But this is the pull cable to pull that away when you do want to lower it. And then, so you'll have the control, and you'll hold this and then lower it. So it's a Cummins engine. It's I got the new stainless steel air filter canister. This is the Air Ride independent front suspension. We have the battery boxes here. Just push these to release and latch into place. The only thing under here that we've really touched is right here. We put this. This is a boost pump. So this is what speeds up the coolant to the back and then brings it up. So it's a recirculation system, and we basically stole the idea from a school bus. To get heat to the back seats, they boost the pump heater, and that is activated with the pump heater. And then these are the valves that you open and close seasonally, for get the heat.
Is there any
back there.
reason that you have to shut them in the summer? Or
not really. I mean, you can leave them open. You're just going to be pumping coolant all the way back there if you do that. So it's not going to isolate that. But there's really no harm in that. You can almost think of it as an extra heat exchanger, really. But you're not. I don't think you want your pump heater on per se in the summer. But there again, I mean, it's not really getting engine heat. And that's really that. You can see the discharge plumbing going forward, and air tanks here. To the rear is a pump transmission, and then above that is the drive shaft that goes back to the fire pump. And then you're just kind of seeing some construction details of the body, the subframe, and everything, but really not anything that you have to take like an active role in,
Okay.
other than the boost pump, you know, your batteries, and then just, you know, anything for the engine and cooling system and what have you. So, and you know, one thing you might notice on this truck versus your aerial is that this has a single canister for the exhaust, whereas the other one probably has 2 canisters. They've condensed everything, and they just did that for a lot of reasons, to cut weight, save space, cut expenses, I'm sure, with the dual canisters and everything. But it has been better for the bodybuilder because we don't have as much, you know, to build around. That's why this floor here is canted out, it's angled, because we're trying to create a void area and some air between the two. I know that when we were speccing this truck out, there was a question about the weights and everything, and you know, you can fully utilize this area. I know there's some question about that, but the weights are really nice on this truck, and it worked out. It's like it's 19 on the front, and I want to say 26 or something like that on the rear with water. So, you know, adding people and equipment, you're going to be in good shape with the performance and weights and everything. So, to lower the cab, then, you know, we're going to raise it up, pull this back, then just drop it until it, you know, rests on the existing housing. So it's basically just, you know, pushing the hydraulics back through the system as it comes down. Here's something I guess I'll point out right here, a cab tilt fuse. So it's accessible when the cab is down if you don't blow a fuse on the cab tilt. I haven't experienced that, but I just pointed out.